Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a early vote analysis. Starting off strong in Arizona. So currently Trump is leading by about 78,000 votes, 8 days before the election. So to put this into perspective, Joe Biden was leading today in 2020 by 106,000 votes. Joe Biden. He only won by 10,000 in Arizona. Today, while looking at the data, we're also going to fill out another map to see the possible ways which Trump could win. Arizona will go in Trump's column off the bat. Moving on to Nevada. So in the early voting from today, this has been updated for 10/29, we see that Trump is leading by about 42,000 votes in Nevada. Now, as we see, the turnout for the Republicans is higher than the turnout for the Democrats. Just to remind you what Joe Biden won by in the early vote, he won by 38,000 votes in the early vote alone. Nevada will also go to Trump. We look at North Carolina. 8 days before the election, Trump is leading by 14,000 votes. So, as we see in 2020, an astounding number, Joe Biden was winning by nearly 328,000 votes this day in 2020. Now, please remember, Trump won North Carolina in 2020. We'll also be giving North Carolina to Trump in this model. We look at Pennsylvania's early voting. So the Republicans are down about 400,000 votes, 401,000 to be exact. As we see here, I highlighted it so that you can see it easier. Please note that the Republicans were down 800,000 votes in 2020. Now, we saw Joe Biden only win Pennsylvania by 80,000 votes. If we see the margin that we saw in 2020, with only Republicans losing by 400,000 votes, not 836,000, we can see a potential Trump victory in Pennsylvania. Just for the sake of the model, I'm going to give it to him. We'll change it up a little later. So for Michigan, Wisconsin, and Georgia, we don't have super good party registration info. So what I'll be showing you for Michigan is the ballot return rates by county. So like the strong Republican counties and the strong Democrat counties, so you can sort of see how Michigan is really voting. So as we see, the return rate for Republican counties, specifically strong Republican counties, is way higher than it is, say, lean Democrat or even strong Democrat counties. And it's actually getting progressively worse for them. On the 28th, which was yesterday, Republicans held a 73% advantage in return rate to Democrats' 68% in Michigan. As we see, this is October 25th through the 28th. This is the increase in the ballot requests and returns. So like I said, the return rate is much higher. It shifted much higher in these past 4 days to now where Republicans are leading by a sizable margin. Also, in the requests, Republicans are also leading in the early ballot requests. So this is the relative percent difference in return rates. So strong Republican versus strong Democrat. So as we see in Democrat counties, the return rate is absolutely horrendous. As we see in strong Republican counties, the return rate is much better I'm not going to mark Michigan, Wisconsin, or Georgia since we don't have any party registration info. You look at the new polling from today, Trump is now up 0.4. 0.4. He was up 0.1. He's been down since the beginning of October, basically when Biden dropped out. And now he's retaken the lead. We see Atlas Intel shows him up, +2. Atlas Intel was one of the most accurate pollsters in 2020. I mean, we see Clinton in 2016 was leading by 4.6 today. Since we've seen such a polling error go into the favor of the Democrats, some people say that they overcompensated and they kind of have Trump leading, but he's not really leading, and you know, I don't think that's true. We also look at Polymarket. Like I said in my previous videos, this is not real polling, but just to sort of see what people think and where it's sort of going, we can see Trump has a 66.4% chance and Harris has a 33.6% chance. Again, this is on Polymarket. This is not real polling. It says he has a 67% chance of winning the presidency. Republicans have an 83% chance of regaining control to the Senate, and they have a 52% chance of holding the House, which gives them a 47% chance of us sweeping the board. We see in some of the new polling from today, actually, we can see that Harris has retaken the lead in the swing state Michigan by 0.5. Which in the grand scheme of things, so we can look at this map. Say she wins Michigan, Wisconsin, Georgia, sure. Say something happens, she wins Georgia. Trump would still win the election. Now, say something happens where she wins Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Now, she does win. Trump only really needs to win one of these swing states. He has to win one of these. If he wins even Wisconsin, he wouldn't have to win what? He wouldn't have to win Nevada. He could lose Nevada, he'd still win. If he lost, or if he won, rather, Michigan, he could still win, losing Arizona, or even Georgia. He could still, not Georgia. I really think the data is looking good in Pennsylvania. Now, I'm not too sure about Michigan, but I know he's doing fairly good in Wisconsin. These are really the 4 swing states that are in question. We don't know a ton of info about it. We could guess from Wisconsin that Republicans are doing a pretty good job. They're not leading the early voting in Wisconsin by any means, but they are still doing good. Thank you everyone for watching. If you did enjoy, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and send me a comment telling me what I could do better in the next video, or to tell me that you like it. We'll be doing a couple more predictions before election night, and then on election night, I will be live streaming until we can hopefully see maybe who's going to be the president. Maybe we'll know a general idea of who's going to win on election night. Obviously, we probably won't know the full results of who wins until after. Right Angle with Noah, out.